Oh, man. All right. So I like my stories like local, kind of organic, a little free range. But this next one, y'all, we're coming to you straight from Russia. What? What? Katerina was born in Moscow, Russia, and has spent her childhood there. Though she has found her true home in Colombia, I feel the same way. She definitely has that wild Russian flavor to her that we are going to get a taste of tonight. Let's welcome her to the stage.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to take the mic out because I'm 6'3". So Russia is actually not as wild as it is portrayed. But if you ever visit Russia and I'm your guide, it's going to be wild because me. So I have never really been to a traditional camp. And most kids in Russia, they go to this place called dacha. And dacha is like a summer home. And mine is in the middle of nowhere. It's my grandma's. And there's really nothing except for electricity. And it's on the edge of the woods. There are some neighbors around. They're just really kind of distant. And I really like that place, but my best friends hate it because I force them to come there when I visit. And there isn't really much to do except for drinking vodka. And so one time, I was like, hey guys, I was 22, it was about 4 years ago. I was like, hey guys, I was visiting, it was summer, I was like, let's go to the dacha. And they were like, let's not. And I was like, we're just gonna do it, because my birthday's around, we're just gonna do it. So the situation is, we arrive. The place is, there's a military base not far from it, and the little house villages are maybe 2 miles away. You have to go through either side of the woods. There are little roads, absolutely zero lights, zero anything. It doesn't seem like it's civilized. And so my friend Angela and I actually made it there together to the dacha, to the base. We had some vodka, we had some food. I was like, I'm gonna cook something. I'm not a really good cook, so no one was excited about that. And so we started preparing. And our other friend, Ira, she was gonna arrive later on. But she ran into some issues. She said, you guys, I'm gonna run a little late. But, the bus schedule and stuff, so we were a little bit worried because it was getting to be like evening time. It takes about 3 hours to take the bus. So she texts us about 8 p.m. She's like, I'm on the bus. I'm bringing my ex-boyfriend. And they just broke up because she cheated on him. And I'm like, what? Where is he gonna stay? She's like, at your house. And I'm like, great, thank God my grandma wasn't there. So I was like, okay, I guess you guys, just get here safely. She's like, yeah, we're kind of not talking, but he was worried that I'd get lost alone in the dark. So I was like, okay, understandable. So it's then 11 p.m. It's already dark. She should be there. And she calls me and she says, we have gotten lost. And she actually grew up not far from that area. Her grandma also had that dacha somewhere nearby. So she should know the area, but somehow she has taken the wrong exit and she has gotten into the woods with her now ex-boyfriend. And then she sends me a text. His phone is dead. Mine is about to die because we've been using the flashlight. And I'm like, where are you? She's like, I don't know. So my friend Angela is like, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, we're gonna go find her. And I grab a kitchen knife, and she's like, what are you gonna do with the knife? And I'm like, we're gonna use it for protection. And so we start walking. We get to about the gates of the village, and we just looked at each other. It was completely dark. And I had the knife, and we were like, let's just sit here and wait for a little bit, see if they maybe make it here. And so we're sitting there waiting for some maybe dangers or something like that. There's like a stray dog that walks past us looking at us like, I don't want to mess with that. There's a guy with a bottle. He walks past like, I've never seen these before here. So we waited for a while. And then we got a text from Ira, and she said that someone picked them up in the car and brought them to that military base, and they're gonna spend the night at this apartment complex. And she's like, so we're safe, but we're not gonna make it. So this is getting to the climax of the story. I'm sitting there with a knife. We've had some vodka. There's some still at the house. And Angela's like, okay, well, I guess we can go back now and back to safety, back to the house. I'm like, no, we're going to go and swim naked in the lake now that we're here already. So we just went, and I was the only one swimming. And she just stood there kind of like, I don't know why I came here. I'm never going to come here again. But the good side of the story for the time was that my other best friend made up with her boyfriend. The relationship didn't last, but it lasted for a few more years. So there was some kind of a resolution, but we got drunk on vodka, and that's what happens when you go to Russia with me. So that's it.